Hi guys, it's Alfari from the Geek and Hermit. Now, today I wanted to do a quick look at Anthem, which of course, if anyone has been reading up on this or anything, launched last month. The review scores weren't great, kind of across the board, and it seems to be getting an awful lot of hate everywhere when you look at it. Now, I wanted to do this video from a consumer's perspective. Obviously the company, well, not even company, it's just me. The channel I work for, we just buy all our games because we're not big enough to get review copies or anything like that. So I basically got early access with the Origin Premier, and I've been playing it since. And to be honest, even though I pay for Origin Premier, I bought the game off my own back a week after I'd been playing it on Premier because I thought, give it a week or so, if still playing it, buy it. Now, to be honest, I do not get the hate for this game. If you look on the forums and everything, you know what happens sometimes. People get into the head that it's a dead game or it's not quite what they was expecting, and then it can't just be an alright game. It has to be the best game ever, or it has to be shit beyond belief, and no one should play it ever, and you're an idiot if you play it. There's never a middle ground with stuff like this, and I never get it. So where do we start? Of course, this game's kind of been getting expected for years now. It's been in development for a long time, and it's kind of Bioware's biggest release since Mass Effect. Mass Effect Andromeda being the last one, which of course I've done a video on. Now, if you don't know who Bioware are, you've probably never played an RPG in the recent era, because obviously they've done games like Dragon Age, that entire series. They did Mass Effect, they did the Old Republic Star Wars games. They've done all sorts. They're absolutely brilliant masters of the craft. Now, of course, taking on this is a bit of a different kind of game. So that's the first thing I will say about this. You can tell it has taken tips straight from the Destiny handbook. The intro, while really cool looking and like real proper showstopper moments, makes almost no sense, which Destiny to me never really did either. There's some big darkness coming and this big ball of light is going to save you. Kind of the same deal with this. The Anthem is apparently some energy which helped create things or something, and basically people are fighting over it on this planet, which I think isn't even Earth. I don't know. It kind of makes more sense as it goes along, but the intro completely lost me, so that's normal. So some of the other things I've seen people moaning about is there is no story progression or anything like that, and there's just no story to it. And that, I've got to admit, is complete crap. There's a hell of a lot of cutscenes and story bits, and if you walk around in the town, you have a self-contained town, kind of like the tower from Destiny. Sorry, I'm going to make a lot of Destiny references in this, just because it's easier. If you remember the tower where it's like that open area, it's kind of like that, but it's just for you. There's no other people running around in it. There is a certain section called, oh god, I think it's called like the launch pad or something, where it's just a big room where you can all launch from, and that's where the co-op bit is, where you can see other people running around in their suits. But the actual town is just for you, and to be honest, I kind of prefer that change, because it allows the game to do something else. Because every time you go off on missions and come back, there's always someone else to talk to about something. Some of it might be relevant, some of it might be complete and utter crap. But you can see some of the characterization is in there, and I love it. You can tell Bioware's touches here and there. Like the guy that is constantly, I forgot his even name. It's this guy that just keeps lying and trying to be your friend all the time. And it's really funny, some of the conversations you have with him. And your protagonist isn't, I can't even say protagonist? Isn't silent, she does talk. And I must say as well, anytime I can play a game these days, I tend to play as the female character. Purely because it's a style choice, because I always go for the males, it used to. And I never actually saw the female voice actors. Now, I've not checked what the male voice actor is on this like, but I've got to say, the woman who does the main voiceover for the main character in this is absolutely brilliant. She's kind of got like a sarcastic tone, and she's absolutely amazing. I don't think I've actually heard her do anything else before, but I hope she does, because she's really good. So if you're up in the air about whether to play a male or female, I'd say go with a female, to be honest, because it doesn't really make any difference, because you never see yourself anyway, even though there's a character creation bit at the beginning where you make your hair and your face and all that lot. It's the only time you ever see it. You never see it running around, because obviously you're always in a bloody suit, and it's like in first person when you're in the town, so you never see yourself. But yeah, back to the point about the whole story bit. As you go around the town and do more missions, the town itself kind of changes, and like it'll unlock more and more bits. Sometimes in more subtle ways, like you'll have a bar that opens, or you'll have a fountain thing that'll get cleaner and then start turning on, or other sections will open, you'll see more people, you can get more quests. And it feels like you're actually progressing through a story, because as you're, obviously this town is down and out, and as you're going through it, it kind of makes, you're getting better and getting more people to come here, and it's like more of a bustling town by the end, and it's absolutely brilliant. I love that progression. And if that means I'm running around the town on my own, great. I'd rather have a town on my own so it actually feel like it progresses, rather than a tower that I was in for like 3 years that never changed at all, apart from a door opening when the Legion of whatever it, Iron Banner event was it called? Can't remember. And personally, I feel like the gameplay on this game is absolutely amazing. I'm kind of probably going to struggle going to open world games now that don't let you just jump and fly off. The world itself is actually quite big and quite open. I mean, it's probably take a good 20 minutes, half an hour to fly around the whole thing. Probably a bit more, actually. But you can, yeah, you get the choice of 4 different javelins. One being like the tank, one being like the typical rogue, stabby, fast as lightning. One to be a mage that can float across a battlefield more than anyone else and cast lightning bolts, fireballs and all that lot. And then you've just got the flat out. Well, I've already mentioned the tank, of course. What's the other one? The other one's just like the ranger sort of thing, which is kind of more of a all-rounder, master of none, but can kind of do everything kind of well. But yeah, I've absolutely loved my time with this game. Yes, there are a few downsides to it, like just there is a few too many loading screens, yeah. Okay, but that has improved, I've noticed. At the beginning, it took ages for the game to load, and it used to make my computer scream, make all the fans go on maximum. Now, while it's still kind of demanding now, I think they fixed something behind the scenes a little bit, because my PC isn't working as hard as it used to run it. Now, I've not read the patch notes or anything, and I don't want to, because I can't be bothered half the time. Because sometimes people get het up about things they've changed that you wouldn't bloody notice unless I read it. So if you notice a big change, yeah, fine, I'll then read on it. But yeah, I just feel like it's getting a bit too much hate, this game. I adore it. And people are going on, another negative thing that people are going on about is the cash shop in it. It's like a microtransaction thing. But you can earn coins in-game by just doing missions and exploring areas and doing challenges and whatnot. So you can earn the currency anyway in-game. And it's never anything, it's always just like coloured skins or emotes and stuff like that you can buy. So it really makes no difference, and to be honest, I kind of like earning gold to then buy it. I'm never going to put real money into it, stop that, I'm not that stupid, but I've bought a few skins and emotes just by playing the game, so I don't see what the issue is. Also, I'd prefer it that way, to have a little cash shop, rather than have to buy DLC packs. Like, obviously harking back to Destiny or Black Ops, as soon as you buy the game, they're immediately ramming down your throat, you need to buy a season pass or buy this DLC that's at 30 or 40 pounds and whatnot. And if you don't buy that, you're going to miss out. Anthem doesn't do any of that. It's just you've got the game, they'll add stuff to it, which means you'll then get it. But obviously, because it's a game as a service and they'll need to keep it running, because let's not be stupid here, it's a business, they've got a cash shop so people, if they want to buy skins or real money, can then keep the game going. Which is great to me. You don't split up your player base by just having friend 1 having no DLC, friend 2 having all the DLC, and friend 3 having 1 DLC, which pisses me off no end. I'd rather a game just have everything in it. In Destiny 1, for example, I bought the game, then I bought the first DLC, Wolves on the Moon or some shit. That was absolutely crap. Cleared that in one day, there's one raid and it is boring. Then another one, another 30 quid. Then another one, another 30 quid. I don't see why that people say that is acceptable to do as a practice. But oh god, no. Oh no, there's a cash shop in game. So it's ruined the game, and it's EA being greedy bastards. Have you not seen what Overwatch does? But Overwatch, because it's made by Blizzard, no one mentions the fact there's loot boxes there. I'd rather buy specific things with the money I've got, rather than just gamble. So yeah, if you want to buy that emote, buy that emote. I don't see what the problem is. People are getting knickers in a twist over nothing. I mean, yeah, I have got the money to buy the DLC if I want to, but I prefer not to, because I'm kind of a tart and like to play everything. And it gets very expensive when I've got to buy one game like Black Ops and then buy the season pass, which is 40 odd quid. Oh, and stuff like Street Fighter I love. There's multiple season passes on that, which obviously ends up, if it's the only game you play, it's well worth it, but if you're kind of like me that likes to jump around and play different things, it starts becoming extremely expensive, and like, you just can't keep it going, especially now I'm married and got a house and everything. Your priorities change. So honestly, please, give Anthem a look. The gameplay is brilliant. I absolutely love You can play it solo or you can play it in co-op. I've played both. Co-op is fun, but to be honest, I'm always more of a solo gamer. There's no PvP in it, but every single mission you can do solo, apart from dungeons they've added. Dungeons kind of fun, where it's just 4 of you going through a typical dungeon, and then there's a boss at the end. They're good fun. The only downside with them is there's always one dick in it that'll fly ahead of everyone else, and there's a mechanic in the game where if someone gets too far ahead of everyone else, it then beams you to them, so you're not always playing catch up, which is a good idea so you don't get lost and you're not always trying to find people. But on the flip side of that, when you're some knobhead that just flies through it at full speed and it's your first time there, it gets a bit irritating. But I don't know what the answer is to that. It's just people being dicks, you know what they're like online. But yeah, I don't understand the hate for it. Please give it a go. And if you're unsure, just pay $3.99 for the basic subscription to Origin Access, which is one of the best things in games in a long time, to be honest. Pay that, you get a 10-hour trial, and 10 hours is more than enough to make your own mind up about Anthem. Of course, they're going to build on it as time goes on. There's currently a world event where there's like 4 giant titans knocking about the world. If you kill all them, you get a limited edition skin. I love stuff like that. It keeps me playing it randomly. And I love games as a service. I don't know why that's now an awful thing. Because games as a service, you know, when you buy it at the beginning, you're going to probably get at least 2 or 3 years content out of it. People moan about that. I don't understand why do they whinge. I love that. What was that game? God, I can't remember what it's called now. The game that Ubisoft made where there's 4 of you running around the Bolivian jungle. I did a review on it, I've completely forgot the bloody name of it. But that was a game as a service, but obviously they then added the Predator. Oh, that was it, Ghost Recon Wildlands. That became one of my favourite games of all time. Purely because it kept it going and it kept adding more events, and you can hunt the Predator in it, and you can also do like a Splinter Cell mission where you play as that, and there's just always stuff being added to it. And it's great. At launch it might have been a bit barren of content, but as they've added stuff over it, you go back now, it's amazing. I love that game. I can play it again straight through. I've probably spent about 70 hours on it. God knows, I still want to play it though. So I don't understand people need to get out of their heads and stop jumping on the hate bus sometimes. Anthem, yeah, probably needs a little bit of work at the moment. There's too many loading screens and some things are a bit disjointed. But give it time. It's perfectly functional, it's working fine, I love it, it's one of my favourite games, and that's at the moment as it is. So when they add more stuff to it, damn right, I'll be all for it, and there is a plot in it. To be honest, I forget a lot of the main characters, but there's 3 main characters that I do care about and do actually go back and like talking to. And yeah, what else can you say about a game? Actually get me invested in the plot. The overall plot I still don't fully understand, but I'm assuming that'll click eventually. But the fact is about more of these 3 characters that you work with. I just think it's just, if you can, give it a try. $3.99, try Origin Basic, and then boom, make your own mind up on it. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed watching this video. Please subscribe if you can. Any comments about the video, please leave it below, and I'll try and take them on board or get back to you. So thanks a lot, guys. I shall see you next time. Yeah, bye. And was struck unmortal, even as Tarsus knew her life.